Hey guys, it's the TheNathan709 here, and today, welcome to my 2025 game room tour. Alright, so yeah, we're doing another room tour this year. It's been a little over 2 years since my last one. Usually when I make these, I say that there's probably not going to be another one, but then I end up figuring out something to change in the room, so then I want to do another one. Not a lot has changed since the last time, but I figured, might as well give you guys an update on the room so you can see all the few changes and a few things I've done with it since 2023. So this time we're going to start out here by the stairs, which we didn't do last time. You come down these stairs here and you end up at this door. But before that, we have this handsome looking guy over here. So you open the door here, the sliding door, and we are in the room. So I think we're going to start over here this time, because last time we started on the opposite side, but we'll bring it back over here. To begin, we have this wall art of the Koopalings, which I got in a Bowser collection box one time. There used to be a clock here, and when we took that down, I think it stopped working. I had this, and it was perfect size and perfect spot, already a nail in the wall. So I decided to put it right there. Moving down, we have the original DS poster with the very funny slogan. I got this from a friend back in 2020. He actually gave me a bunch of posters, and this is one that really caught me off guard because earlier that year, me and my friend Jack did a video on his channel about weird Nintendo commercials, and there was an original DS commercial in there, and it had the "touching is good" slogan in it, and we made a joke about that, and so that was really funny seeing that. Moving over here, we have my TV setup, which has changed a little bit since the last time. I moved some stuff around, so let's go up close and see what's changed. Right here we have my Switch OLED, which is on the opposite side of the TV now, and that's because my Switch 2 is over there, which we'll get to in a sec. But I wanted to have this out just in case. I don't know, I just like the look of it. I really love the white on this. And, just in case I want to play a game that I can't play on Switch 2 and I want to make a video on it or something, I'll have this here. Also, my brother has his own Switch, and in case he wants to use it on this TV, there's a dock here, so he is able to. Moving along to here, this might seem very confusing to people who don't watch my channel, because why are Dora and Boots all over the place here? Well, this is because, almost 4 years ago now, I made a video about a childhood game of mine called Dora's Journey to the Purple Planet, and it was one of the first big projects I've ever worked on for my channel, and because of that, it means a lot to me. And so I was given this Dora plush here, and that is like a childhood toy of mine, and then I painted this monkey to look like Boots at like a pottery painting place I went to one time. So that's really the only reason I have that there. It's just, because of that video. It means a lot to me. They used to be on my desk, but I moved them over here because I wanted space on my desk, so I figured, why not put them right in front of the TV here. And then right here, I painted this also at the same place. I painted the boots, this turtle, like a Koopa Troopa. Moving on, here is the newest console to this whole display here. Here is my Nintendo Switch 2. My last video was the unboxing of this system and my first reactions to the setup process and everything. But yeah, I'm loving this thing so far. I definitely want to talk more about it later on. There's a video I have in mind about one of the games that came out for it so far, so that'll be coming soon. Moving down here, this changed a bit. There used to be more stuff up here, but I moved it all on one shelf and just made a bit more space and make it look a bit nicer. So really, there's nothing really on top of here anymore. The Elgato is in there. In case I stream or I need gameplay footage. We have the NES Classic, which is not plugged in. It just kind of sits here. There's really no reason for me to use this anymore, except if I just want to see it again, because, the Switch has NES Online now, so I really don't need to play the NES Classic, but it's still a really cool collectible. And next to that is this Namco Plug and Play, which is my dad's. But I think it looks really cool here. I have a lot of nostalgia playing this thing. It was probably the first time I played Pac-Man and Galaga before. So moving down here, we have the N64. This is one of the newest consoles I've received. I got this for Christmas around almost 4 years ago now, and I absolutely love this thing. I really love retro stuff, and I, finally starting to get it. Definitely want to, go get like even more retro stuff like an SNES and an NES eventually. But for now, this has been really fun to collect for. And just really fun to finally own something retro. Next to that here is the Ring Fit Adventure accessory thing there. This used to be just under like something over there, and I just didn't really want to sit in there, so I decided just to move it next to here. I think it's fine right there. Next to the N64 here is the Wii U, which used to be up there. But I moved it down here with everything else. I took away the remote charging stand that was there and just put this here instead, because I think it looks a whole lot nicer with these three consoles all together. You can see me in the reflection of the gamepad. Whoa. Next to that here is my original Wii. This is the Wii I've had since I was 6 years old, I think. It's still working great. I really love this thing. In here is my original Nintendo Switch. I didn't want to put that away for space reasons, and also I don't know how I feel about putting a console like this just in a drawer. So I still have it here. I have it tucked away in here. Just because it kind of fit there, so that's why it's there. And next to that are my DK bongos. Again, the same situation with the Ring Fit controller there. These were just under something over there, and I didn't like how they were displayed, so I wanted to actually properly display them and have them somewhere. So there was a space right here, so they are right there. Down here is a bin of extra controllers. I have at least one of every Nintendo system I have. I have like a Joy-Con grip here, and then there's Joy-Con in a grip here. A Wii remote, there's an N64 controller down there, yeah. There's GameCube in there. Yeah, just in case, I have one of each system just in case I want to play one. It makes it easily accessible. Below this is my Wii balance board, which I need to use more. I don't think I've actually used this since we got it. Next to it is my really in poor condition, I'm not even gonna try to take that out, Skylanders Trap Team trap display thing. It has seen way better days, as you can probably see by the corner there. So if we go up above here, this is again one of the newest additions to the room, as you've seen in the last room tour. These two floating shelves here. Now they changed a bit, mainly what's on them, but they are still here, and let's go through what's on them. Before I do that, I want to turn on these lights here, which I just picked up at the dollar store, just to have lighting for the games. You can try to change color. Yeah, it's kind of, it doesn't really work properly to turn them all on at the same time. All right, so this shelf here is my Wii game collection. I've gotten a lot of Wii games over the past number of years. It's probably the console I've collected for the most, and I have pretty much almost everything I want for Wii. There's definitely some more games I'd like to get, but for the most part, I have a lot of the games I want, but it's still something I'm actively trying to work on. We have, of course, all the games, and at the end here we have some of the boxed special edition boxes for some Wii and Wii U games. And then moving over here, these two Blu-rays right here. One of them, of course, here is my copy of The Room, signed by Tommy Wiseau. For those who don't know, last year I was on a trip to Pennsylvania with some of my online friends, and we were at Too Many Games, and in Philadelphia, Tommy Wiseau was doing a screening of The Room, and it just happened to be the same weekend we were in the area. So, of course, we all went. We got signed Blu-rays, got some pictures, we got to see The Room in a theater. It was a crazy experience. I don't know what to do with it. I want to display it somehow. I really don't know how yet or where, so that's why that's just sitting there. Along with that is Wooden Birds, which is a short film my friend James, Nintendo James, made. This is really cool. It's really cool owning a film my friend made. Again, I want a place to put this properly, not just in the middle of like all of my other Blu-rays. I want a proper place to put this to keep it safe. Above here This is what I like to call the non-video game, video game related media. This is comprised of video game movies, meaning movies that are based on video games directly, or movies that are just have video game themes in them, or about video games but not about a specific video game. This is what these are, as well as like video game cartoon shows on DVD as well. This is something I'm actively working on still, chipping away at. Whenever a video game movie comes out on Blu-ray, I usually get it, even if it's bad. Or if I see, you know, a video game movie on DVD really cheap, I usually get it. Even if I haven't even played the game it's based off, I still usually get it, just because I like collecting all these movies. Next to that is my Zelda poster. I got this at a poster sale at my university. I thought this looked really cool, and there's really nice artwork, a link there, and I also framed it as well, and it makes it look really nice. Moving on, here is the desk. I know this isn't the greatest computer setup. That's something I want to do eventually. I eventually want to get a better like PC and better kind of setup here, but I think this is all right for now. It works, it's fine. I'm able to get by with it, so let's go closer and show you everything here. We of course first have my Blue Yeti microphone right here, which is here whenever I stream usually, or record voiceover for videos. Here I have my laptop here. This is what I use to edit currently, and what I use to make everything you see. I definitely want to upgrade to an actual PC, like I just said, for editing everything, but this works fine enough for now. Over here we have these NES game coasters. I found these at a Walmart 3 years ago now, and they really come into handy. They're a really cool display piece, but also like I do use them as coasters. And it's good whenever I have something to drink down here. I can just pop one of these underneath, and it still fits the gaming theme of the room. Over here we have the framed picture of me and my friends at Too Many Games last year. That trip really meant a lot to me, so it sits right here on my desk. Right next to that picture we have a Hot Wheels of the DeLorean from Back to the Future, and also we have this Thomas Wooden Railway toy that my brother, if it will focus, my brother got me this for my birthday one year. Thomas was a huge part of my life, and still is, and something that, you know, means a lot to me, so I have that on my desk here to represent that. Next to that here is an ocarina. Ocarina of Time became my favorite game of all time after I played it, and I really wanted to own an actual ocarina, so yeah, that sits here on my desk. Usually this falls over randomly, like I'd just be sitting here at the computer and it would just fall over. I'm hoping that doesn't happen, and hasn't happened yet since rearranging everything here, so I'm hoping it stays that way. And next to it is my Scott the Woz U2s, which I got earlier this year. I really didn't know where to put this, so I just laid it on the desk for now, and I think it looks pretty fine here. Then we have the second monitor here. This is, you know, what I use again with this one to make it easier editing and everything. And then next to that here, this used to be on the TV stand, but here is that little plush that I used in Return of the Plush. This was actually a project in grade 8 in home economics class. Where we were doing sewing, and I made myself there. And he is sitting in this pipe planter that I got in a Mario collection box back in 2020. And then behind him here is actually the Paper Nathan from the Paper Mario Origami King unboxing. Next to here is the old PC. This is the computer I used to edit a lot of things and do a lot of things back in the early days of my channel. I think I started using this in like 2015 till around 2017, so for a couple years this was my main editing machine. Above this desk here is the poster wall, which has changed a little bit, not too much, but it just looks a whole lot cleaner. Of course, here is my calendar, which is Zelda this year. Finally gotten a Zelda one. I tried to get a Zelda one last year, but by the time I went to go get it, there was none there, and I had to settle for a Mario one. So yeah, the poster wall kind of changed. Main big difference here is that all these posters that were always up there, these game ones, are now framed. Yeah, so I bought these frames at Michael's with a really thin bezel on it. so that they don't take up too much space, and that they just kind of make the posters kind of pop out a bit more and just look a bit more tidy. So yeah, that's what I did this year. I think it looks really nice. I'm really proud of it. These ones are kind of weird sizes, so I couldn't frame them, but I feel like it would look a bit too cluttered if I had them all in frames, but I think those 5 there look pretty good. And then again over here we have the Zelda Tears of the Kingdom one, which I also got at a poster sale at my university. I also framed this the same way. Below here we have the NES Classic Edition poster, which is I don't think it's changed at all in these room tours, but I finally put new wall tack on it. It was on there for so long that it was starting to slide down. You can see the wall tack on the wall, so I had to finally change that and you know, fix that and just make it look nicer. And then above that, this one is really cool. I really love this. This is the poster I got made for my 10-year anniversary on YouTube. Last year for Return of the Plush, I got this art made for the end of the video that I also turned into a poster, which you can get, and I will have more info about that at the end of the video because stuff kind of changed a bit with my merch. And then of course, moving this way, here is my game shelf, which once again is running out of space, so I really don't know what I'm gonna do for space with all these games. I'm really gonna have to be creative with it. We of course start here with this bottom shelf full of Xbox 360 games. We just have a lot. My brother over the years would buy just random Xbox games. He'd get them from friends as well. So we just have just a crap ton. Up a shelf here is the handheld / retro shelf, I think. I really don't know what to call it. We have the 2 Game & Watches from the Mario 35th and the Zelda 35th, which are really cool. I wish this Mario one had a stand like the Zelda one, but you know, it's whatever. And then we have most of my handhelds. I think there's one 2DS missing, belonged to my brother, but this is pretty much all my handhelds here. And then the back here we have some retro stuff. We have those my only 2 NES games. Like I said, I don't have the system, but one of them I was gifted for a birthday, and one of them I bought at Too Many Games last year just because it's the Zelda gold cart. So I thought it was really cool. It's a really fun collectible, if nothing. And then next to that are my Game Boy Advanced and Game Boy Color games. I don't have any of the cases for it. I don't have any of those custom ones either. And realistically, I do not have any space to put those, so I'm fine with the way they are. This is the best way I can display them right now. So moving up here, we kind of have a mishmash of a shelf. We have, starting over here, all my GameCube games, which I'm definitely getting a lot more now, and I'm really glad. I'm glad I'm finally getting some actual quality games for this system. Well, I mean, this is quality. Next to that are my N64 games, which I kind of had to squat in here because I needed more space up here. But yeah, I've definitely collected a number of these over the past number of years, and I'm definitely looking to get more. Then over here we have the 3DS games and the DS games. I started stacking them kind of on their side because one, you can see the art a lot better on some of these, and also space-wise, again, it's a lot more easier to display them like this, and it gives me more space. Above here, we still have these Mario and Luigi former magnets sitting here. These used to be magnets that my mom gave me and my brother. The magnet part came off, so I took them, put some tack on them, and put them on the side of the shelf here. And I think, you know, I just love putting little touches like that around the room. Hanging here as well is my Too Many Games badge from last year, with all my friends who were there, who signed it. I didn't know where to put this, so I just decided to hang it here, and I kind of like it there. I love looking at stuff like this. Just, again, that trip was a really big moment and probably one of the best times of my life, so yeah, it's a good way to represent that. Anyways, this shelf is mainly my Wii U games and some overflow for Switch games. Actually, here is my sole physical Nintendo Switch 2 game, which is Cyberpunk 2077. I think this is where my Switch 2 games will go. I think for now, this should be enough space. I don't think I'm gonna go too crazy on games as of right now, but in a number of years, eventually, I'll need to figure out something to get me some more space for those games. And then above this here is my Nintendo Switch game collection, which over the past years especially, I've definitely cracked down and gotten a lot of the games I wanted for Switch. There's some games I missed around like, you know, launch year, and just some games that I never got over the years that I finally just got copies of because I just wanted to have them. And I think I mostly have a lot of the games I want now. I think there's still a few I'm trying to get, but for the most part I have most of the Switch games I want. And then finally above here on the top of my shelf are the plushes. I've taken some of them down. I've taken them and put them in a separate bin because again, it looked really cramped up here. Like they were like touching the ceiling. That's how cramped they were. So I took some down, kept some of the most important ones up there, especially these in the front here from 709 Plush Pros. And I also just wanted a variety up here. There was a lot of Mario ones, so I made sure I had some Kirby there, some Sonic, some Zelda, just to have a bit more variety. These will always be up here, even if it's just like these few up in the front, because again, this is where my channel began, doing plush videos. And you know, they always mean a lot to me. For those who don't know, last year I made my 10-year anniversary special, which was Return of the Plush. It's about, you know, looking back at my old plush series and finally giving it an ending. It was also a little bit of a retrospective about the plush video genre. If you haven't seen that yet, go check it out. It would mean a lot to me. I put a lot of work into that video, and it's really special to me. Moving on from my shelf here, we have the corner of figures. This is a lot of the collectibles in my collection are over in this corner. I guess we'll start up here first. I have these few things hung up here. First, we have this Princess Peach Showtime poster I was randomly given at GameStop one time. Last year at GameStop one day, they were having what they said was like a Zelda event or something, and they were saying they were giving out free Zelda stuff. And I think I was in the mall around that time. I was like, I'll go check it out, see what they have. I went up and asked like, hey, are you giving out any free Zelda stuff? And they were like, all we have to give out are these lanyards and these Princess Peach posters, which made no sense. I got one of those lanyards. Zelda was on the lanyard. Tears of the Kingdom was advertised, but this is not Zelda. This is Peach. Here's a Mario puzzle that I framed to the middle here, and then next to it is the pre-order bonus I got for Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know how to fully describe it. It's like a harder material thing to put on the wall. I'm not sure how to explain it, but it's up on the wall here. It looks really cool. Below here are these smaller floating shelves, which have a bunch of my figurines on it. This bottom one has a bunch of the vinyl Mario figures and a bunch of other random smaller ones. And above this, we have some Mario light up figures there, as well as some Kinects. And then there's a bunch of random Sonic figures mainly, and then that one just Soul Link by himself. Below this is this Triforce wooden plaque that I won from a giveaway one time that I painted myself. It was originally just wood, and then I took took the time out of my day and painted it like the Hylian shield. Below here, these two shelves, I kind of swapped roles. This used to be the amiibo shelf, and this used to be where a bunch of these collectibles were. So let's start here with this one. This is a bunch of video game Legos, which I've gotten over the years, and I never really had a good way to display them. Especially since I was getting a bit more, I wanted a good way to display them, so I moved everything around and put them all on top of here. There's still not a lot of space, like I probably can't get any more. But yeah, this is where they all go. And below here, there's actually a light, which I'll put on here so you can see it better, is a bunch of random other collectibles. This has a bunch of pre-order bonuses I got, especially all of these and a few things back here that I got with games. We have the extra stuff from the Nintendo World Championship NES game from last year. We have a bunch of figures just in cups to, again, keep space. We have a bunch of those candy tins that you get at like the counter at the gas station, as well as like Pez dispensers, some other just random figures here. We have some Mario Kart Hot Wheels here, as well as another random Mario Kart toy. We have these controller keychains and some more other random keychains. And then lastly, some blind bag metal Sonic figures. And then next to this, of course, is the new amiibo shelf. Again, I have lights for all these as well. So below here is a bunch of random Pokemon toys and just a bunch of other miscellaneous stuff. And then we have the amiibos. Yeah, this looks really nice. I think it's better than having all that stuff crammed into these small shelves. So I think the amiibo just kind of fit better on this. So yeah. And then below that we have some Skylanders in this bin, my Pokemon cards, and then this kind of just bin here which has like an old microphone and a hat I had as a kid. Stuff I really don't know where to put it. I just kind of put it here just to have it here. Up here right next to that is kind of the bigger Legos. Earlier this year I got this Lego Mario World and Yoshi. And I put it next to the record player here. And then this Piranha Plant I moved here as well. This is one I got for my birthday last year. And then these two here are just Mario and Luigi, the original sprites from Super Mario Bros. As a kid, I used to build these a lot to the point where I know how to do this by memory still. Yeah, I built those a couple years ago just to keep, so I put them right here as well. And then we have this little rock here that looks like a Yoshi egg, which I painted in the 6th grade, I think, one time. Yeah, this thing here is a bunch of cubbies and stuff, which has a bunch of accessories and extra controllers. So going through here, we have this one. This has a bunch of extra chargers and stuff for DS and for Switch and for Game Boy, and just a bunch of these extra old like cases that you use for DS games. This one here has some extra, I think, PlayStation controllers are in there. This random Microsoft one my dad had for like PC games. And of course some Xbox in there as well. This one doesn't have a handle, but this has some extra Switch stuff as well as the stuff for Starlink in there. Moving down here, this is the retro cubby with some extra N64 controllers as well as the NES mini controllers. Then here we have this is a bunch of my Wii and some extra GameCube and the old adapter that doesn't work anymore. And then this big one right here is full of some carrying cases and all the old Skylander portals, as well as this is a bunch of manuals as well. So moving down here, this is where the barrels and the ring fit thing used to be. But I, again, didn't like them just sitting down here, so I moved them over there. But there's still all this Lego Dimension stuff, which I never use, that just sits under here. Right next to this is this shirt, which I bought on my trip last year, which I've been getting everyone to sign. This is like the first version of the merch I made back in 2018, and it started to, you know, get holes in it and stuff and was unwearable. So the idea I had was to get everyone I meet that I met online or had an influence on the channel to sign it. So last year on my trip, I finally got to start doing that. So this is a work in progress. I definitely want to get more and one day be able to frame it and hang it up somewhere, because this just shows how far I've come with this channel and what it really means to me. And above all this are these two posters I got at the dollar store one day. The Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie poster, as well as the Super Mario Bros. Movie poster. And then next to those are these two, which I also got at the poster sale at my university. We have the Zelda stained glass poster here, which looks really cool, as well as Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And lastly over here, these bins here. This is actually, I forgot to mention, a lot of the boxes that were in the closet over there, which I forgot to show. I took all those boxes and put them in that bin. It's still pretty cramped in here because since then I've gotten more boxes that I can't fit in there. I'm still a hoarder. I'm still keeping them, but they're put away, and I'm gonna have to figure out something to do with all these as well. I also moved the Mountain Dew, put that away. I had a bunch of Mountain Dew bottles and cans displayed here, but they're now in this bin as well. This is also where I keep a lot of the extra Lego stuff, and then a few more boxes that I just, again, can't put away right now, so they're just gonna sit in here until I have a place for them. So yeah, that's what's in this bin, and then those are just some of my brother's stuff that we cleaned out of our room one time. We don't really know where to put them right now, so they're just kind of sitting right here, which is fine. And then next to here, this is where the extra plushes are that I took down from up there. I keep collecting plushes even since the video. I've still been collecting some plushes because they're fun to collect still. But also in here are some extra fast food toys that again were a bit too much to display over there. So I put them in here because there was a lot of them. But yeah, that is it for this side of the room, the main gaming side. But as always, we're gonna go over to the other side because there's still a bunch of stuff over here. This is mainly the family side of the room, but there's still a few things over here that I'd like to show you. Over at this TV here, we have our PlayStation 5, which me and my brother bought a couple years ago. And then up here is my brother's Switch and another dock, so we can, you know, he can play it on here, or like I said, he can play it over there. Below here is my Blu-ray player, along with the Xbox 360 and the PS4. And then above here, this is my DualSense, but up here we also have 2 extra ones. And then moving over here, we have all the PlayStation games. Over the past year or so, I've moved a bunch of the DVDs that were once on these shelf things over to the closet, mainly to make space for these PlayStation games. So we have all the PS4 and 5 games sitting here, and then GTA 5 just kind of sits on top because there's not enough space for it. Below here, this is interesting. We have some of my other collections of DVDs. We have some of my Blu-rays. We have the Pixar ones here and a bunch of other random Blu-rays we have. And then on this one, we have a bunch of my Thomas DVD and Blu-rays because again, they mean a whole lot to me. And then we have the couch here, which is where I do all my gaming over on this side. It's probably a lot more comfortable than over there on the chair. Sometimes I move the Switch, now the Switch 2 over here, and just play it on the couch because it's a lot more comfortable. But if I'm ever doing it for a video or streaming, it's usually done over there. But yeah, I think that pretty much covers the room. So yeah, thank you for yet again watching another room tour. Again, I'll say it again. I know I say this every other time. I don't know if there'll be another one, especially this time with the changes in this room. I really don't know how I can make it any better. Knowing me, I'll find some way, and in another couple years or so, you'll see another room tour probably. But for now, this is, again, the best it can get. And I'm really proud of how this room looks. Just seeing the growth from when I started. I think I started making this room about 8 years ago or so, and just seeing the growth and how much it's changed and how much I've been improving it. It's really cool to see. Growing up watching YouTube videos and seeing other people's rooms, I've always dreamed about having a room like this, so it's cool having one and being able to come down here and see all my games laid out. It's just really cool. Before I go, I did want to mention, earlier in the video I was mentioning that poster over there, my 10-year anniversary poster, and talking about merch. Back in my 10-year anniversary thank you video, I talked about there being some new merch on my merch site. That has changed now. There's still merch, but I moved over from Teespring to Fourth Wall. I've been having a lot of issues with Teespring. I was ordering, you know, merch for myself, and it was taking forever to even like ship. I ordered samples for myself so I could, you know, get like a new shirt and a poster, and they were taking forever to ship, and I was checking online, and people were saying that they were having the same issue and it wasn't shipping for months. So I was trying to check out some more options, and my friends over at FTI, actually they use Fourth Wall for their merch site, so I kind of played around with it and I liked it a whole lot better. It was just a way better experience, so I canceled my other stuff from Teespring, which also just took forever to cancel, and ordered some samples from there, and they came in a couple weeks. So yeah, I'm here to announce that the merch that I announced in that video is still available. It's just on Fourth Wall now. But yeah, you can go check that out in the description if you want to pick up a Nathan709 shirt or the poster, anything you want. I'm updating stuff all the time, so definitely go check that out if you're interested. But with that is my 2025 game room tour. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys, and peace.